again, interesting article before it snooze. Goldman targets $1,200 gold. Okay, now at the present time, gold's trading for around $1,630 or $1,650 an ounce. And Goldman is targeting that it'll hit down to $1,200 an ounce. Interesting, is it not? Now, what people have got to understand is how these banks make money. What they do is they'll bet, and the same as the stock market. You know, you can bet a stock is going to go up or a stock's going to go down. And if you bet right, you make money. If you bet wrong, you lose money. So what this article is saying is that the banks are going to end up saying that gold is going to be driven down dramatically. And since they've bet that that'll happen, they're going to make a killing. And then once they get the gold down to, you know, let's say $1,200 an ounce, then they bet the other way, you know? And they make another killing. And who gets whacked in the middle? Well, guess what? The middle class. Yeah, the people that scrimp and save to go buy an ounce of gold. You ever wonder, you watch these TV commercials, you know, they're always on. And they're talking about buying gold. And then they flipped from buying gold to buying silver. And the reason that is people couldn't afford the $1,630 an ounce. So now they're pumping silver, and that's driving up the price of silver. But what's amazing about these companies is none of them own a gold mine. You know what I mean? No. They don't own gold mines. So you got to ask yourself a question. Where did they get the gold to begin with? What price point did they pay to be able to advertise on Fox News constantly and other leading TV stations, I guess? I don't know because I don't watch them. But there's got to be a lot of juice in it. Otherwise, they couldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? They don't mine it. They're just like the middleman. Yet they've got to be making a lot of money. I don't know what it costs for a minute of airtime on Fox News, but I don't imagine it's cheap. You know what I mean? And you've got these guys constantly advertising. You know, what's that actor? You see him chopping wood, you see him riding his ponies, and you see him flying his airplane, and, you know, whenever I get a chance, I invest in gold. That's all he ever talks about. I wish I could remember his name. Nice guy. But, you know, what he's doing is he's suckering people in. That's what they all do. They sucker them in. And you watch. If Goldman says this is going to happen, it's going to happen. And they're betting that it's going to happen. How do you think Soros makes money? He bets that the economy of a country is going to collapse. Now, he helps it to collapse. That's how he makes gazillions of dollars. Yeah. Anyway, the whole thing's a scam. The stock market's the exact same thing. You know what I mean? You tell me how a share of Google is worth $600. Huh? I mean, that's completely insane. But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. And, you know, people play the game, and people get hurt in the game. The big boys don't get hurt. No, it's the little guys. The middle class, you know, that group of people that Obama wants to protect. Oh, yeah. Thanks, bozo. We knew we could count on you.